I'm a 31-year-old virgin. Hello.
I lost my virginity when I was 23 years old.
I lost my virginity when I was 26.
I lost my virginity when I was 26.
I've thought about it constantly, probably since the age of 12.
In my mind, I was like, we're gonna kiss a bunch. It was mostly the kissing part that got me really excited.
It's gonna be in some like bathtub with candles.
Well, I grew up on romance novels, and I loved that, you have a happy ending.
We're both like shredded and we look amazing.
But the way those scenes are described, there's like never any pain, and the guy is always huge, and you're like, okay.
I waited till I was older because I was a committed Mormon.
I was raised by a conservative mother who was also a realist. So in the same breath, she would say, wait to have sex, wait until you're married. But if you want to have sex, let me know, we'll put you on the pill, which is very convoluted for like a 14-year-old to understand.
Mormons aren't supposed to have sex outside of marriage, and they're definitely not supposed to have the kind of sex that I wanted to have, which was sex with other guys.
When I was 13 years old, a cousin of mine that I really looked up to, on my 13th birthday, she pulled me aside and she said, "Hey, Eileen, last night I lost my virginity to my boyfriend." When you are ready, you have to make sure that you love them and that they love you back.
I waited till marriage to have sex, and that's just something that I believed in. I want to give myself to my wife spiritually, emotionally, physically.
My mom had just died in February, like 3 months before that, and I had never gotten the mom-daughter conversation that you have about sex. This took its place, so it became like my Bible.
I have a lot of fears about my body and someone seeing me at my most vulnerable.
My coworker, we were both students at the time at university.
I met my wife at church.
And we had become really good friends.
And it took 2 years for me to finally my eyes to open, this woman is beautiful. Why have I never tried to date her? We dated a year and then got married.
I got really drunk on my 23rd birthday, and I went to a bar with another cousin of mine. This guy was there, and him and I had this make out in a car relationship. Every now and then we would get together and make out, and that kind of was it.
It finally happened when we went camping. We both lost our virginity at the same time to each other.
Wedding night, it was December 31st, New Year's Eve, the best way that I've ever brought in a New Year's.
Two virgins trying to figure out how to do it and how to make it work.
It was sort of what I expected because I knew it was gonna not be great.
I leaned over to him and was like, "Hey, I'm taking you home tonight."
The next morning, we were staying at the same house, and I came downstairs and he was having breakfast, and I said, "I just want you to know that what happened last night, I remember it and I liked it very much." And then he got this big smile on his face and he said, "I liked it too." And he eventually became my first boyfriend.
It was a really sweet morning after. There was a lot of high fives and orange juice.
It was bad. It was real bad. And the next day, I was sore, but I felt okay, well, day number 3 of being 23.
I had a really good experience overall, but also I do regret that I don't have those years where I could have been active and enjoying sex.
I'm very happy that I waited.
I'm glad I did it, but at the same time, the fact that I just kind of let it go to this fucking douche made me feel a little man, you should have given yourself a little bit more respect and know yourself a little better than that.
I don't regret being a 31-year-old virgin. The dream scenario at 31 would be that I start dating a guy that I like.
I think the number one thing that I can see really clearly looking back is to trust yourself. Most times you know when you are ready and to trust that feeling.
If you want to wait. But if you want to bang, fucking bang, dude.
When you do have sex, you're gonna realize, oh, I had this huge buildup for no reason. You know, I feel the same after. I'm the same person after. It doesn't change my identity. Don't let other people put pressure on you.
The best thing I could tell you, which I try to tell myself every day, is that you are enough, you are loved, and your virginity does not define you.